I punted so hard this entire game. Okay, it didn't matter. I won. That's all that matters. This game took 20. I made it. I did it. Whoa, I did it. Ah, shit.
Actually, it's me, and you both. Yeah.
Hello. Did it work? Are we live? Is this happening?
Are we live?
To borrow from the famous
I
Brian
can't tell.
W. Foster, are we on the internet? I think we are.
Hello?
I can hear beautiful dulcet sounds of forest playing in the background from Roll20. And you can see it. There we go. Excellent. Hi everybody. 'Tis I.
Yep.
We are back at it once again with these delightful planeswalking goofballs, playing some D&D in the Magic the Gathering multiverse. We have all the people, including Kim, Nick, Bo,
Hello?
and Sully.
Hey guys.
We are going to be continuing on with our campaign, going deeper into the depths of propriety and magical shenanigans. Who's to say what's going to happen? But I hope that it's nothing.
Well, you might have an idea. We don't know.
I have some idea, and I'm looking forward to it, but that's going to be okay. Now, though,
We're going to throw spanners in your works.
Oh, by all means, I love it.
I'm not there.
I'm very okay with all kinds of spanners being inserted in my works.
And ratchets and shifters.
Very careful.
What?
You are on the internet.
I am on the internet. And you know what? I don't care.
Good.
Plenty,
MA15 max.
plenty of people have such
Remember
fun.
our zero.
Look,
Sorry.
Children of the internet, ask your parents for permission to watch this stream.
We are
Local
beyond
guidance
the watershed,
advised.
so I'm just going to say, this Twitch stream
No, it's a scream now.
Scream.
includes adults, using adult language. You have been warned. Now, let's give you a quick...
Well, you have been warned, fuckos.
Yep.
That's how you say it.
I'm going to give you a
Ask.
quick...
Actually, that seemed a bit harsh.
I'm
Let's
stopping.
pick a
I'm
different
stopping
way.
that. No, I'm not continuing.
I'm gonna push past the impropriety and we're gonna jump into the game because that's a lot safer. In theory. When last we saw our heroes, they had bested a team of necromancers attempting to create a skeletal zombie hand in the bowels of a cavern in the jungles of Naya on Alara. After escaping...
Which, as far as we knew, they were going to use the hand in some sort of rave-based ritual.
Yes. All those shirtless German necromancers are up to no good.
I believe the keyword missing was behemoth hand. The thing was a giant.
Behemoth hand indeed. So
It was pretty big, I suppose, but, you know, whatever.
after
We still beat it up.
after
Not as big as Mario's.
after doing a bit more investigating throughout the cavern to make sure there was nothing of interest inside, they found a few leftover zombies and some demons, and then pulled out most of the last of their spare mushrooms and speedy grow fertilizer obtained from the Golgari on Ravnica, and used them to collapse the cavern system to make sure that no one came back and tried to do anything untoward ever again, which was very apt. After that, they travelled for several days with the Leonin, who are part of the same tribe as Jani, and found a way of approaching a small village called Umda Kazal. After they arrived, it seemed that Ajani had beaten them there, and while he was trying his best to hide his grief over certain loss, over the course of your interactions with him, you realized that something bad may have occurred during the events on Ravnica. Nonetheless, he put on a brave face and did his best to answer any and all questions you may have, including, what is a planeswalker and how do I do a planeswalk?
You just gotta believe.
Yeah. He provided you each a magic item that will allow you to planeswalk in tandem by all focusing on the same spot at once. And then he asked you questions about your first planeswalk, as he commented that most of them are kind of anxiety-inducing. And so you all had a chance to share and learn some things that perhaps you hadn't realized initially.
Oh boy.
At the time.
I have a damn page and a half of notes thanks to session 10.
Yes. Excellent.
So can we go to the plane of therapy?
What's therapy?
It's pronounced
This
Theros.
is-
There was one called therapy, wasn't there?
That was fun.
Theros.
Theros.
Close enough.
Nice.
That's so good.
Mm-hmm. So, after Ajani tells you that he is planning to return to Theros shortly to spend more time with friends, he urges you to explore the information you've gleaned and spend as much time in his village as you wish, and that his people will be kind and hospitable towards you. So, we're basically there. Ajani has walked out of his tent and has left the four of you sitting alone quietly with a small fire flickering in the center and plates and plates more food around the outside.
Significantly less food now at this point, actually.
So, I believe the agreement was that the four of you were going to spend some time trying to trade, barter, and levy your services within this town to try and get a bit stronger before you progress any further. Is that correct?
Yes, please.
Okay, so we got our ass kicked. What do we got? I've got this papaya and some rocks. I tried putting them together, but it didn't work.
And I have some blue ooze still that we shouldn't drink because we'll fall asleep.
Look, I wouldn't mind a nap after that.
I could offer some help to the town and they could maybe help us back. I need to reinforce my armor. My sword is blunt. Theon...
My mace is blunt too, but it still works okay.
Well, you know, that's how it's meant to work.
But would it work better
Yes,
with
obviously.
points and stabby parts like my sword? You could attach this dagger. I can give you one of my daggers. And if you attach my dagger to your mace... Ah!
That seems like a terrible idea. Sounds good.
No, that's a great idea though, Court. I think I should help them out as well as a thank you for helping us and letting us stay here. Because I don't have much else to offer, but I do have my hunting skills, so maybe I could help them feed the village?
That could be a good idea, and I have a few services to offer. I really want to get my armor made.
I would like some armor. Not gonna lie.
I don't mind this. Feathers are all free and easy.
How long should we stay?
Well, it's going to take a couple of days to pay off the tab on this. And motion down towards all of the food.
It's all gone, right?
Now, I've done this before, so don't worry. I'll lead you guys right. So, they're going to chase us a bit, and then we'll have to work in the kitchen. I'm pretty sure that's how it usually goes.
And washing up dishes.
Yeah. There may or may not be dogs, but these people are cats, so I assume they just have other different-sized cats. Or maybe they have people. I don't know. Do people keep peoples as cats?
I think so.
Keep an eye out for any tiny naked people.
Yeah, that just lounge around and push things off shelves.
I think they call those babies.
Ah, yes.
Yes, and the poop, of course.
Something tells me that
I'm lucky to have you guys around. You know so much.
Oh. Okay.
So I'm happy to stay for a week. If this
Well,
are too long,
we do sort of have, what's his face, the giant Doom Dragon chap, doing all of his bad juju out there somewhere. Then there was the creepy lava dude who sort of killed everyone I know, and I'd really like to do something about that at some point. So a little bit of R&R is fine, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
R&R
just
is always good.
What's R&R?
Rolling and wrestling.
Retaliation and revenge.
Ah.
Ah!
Rest and reconnaissance.
Those things don't
Butter
match.
and ravioli.
Oh, that sounds good. All right. Okay, good idea though. We should do some ravioli and reconnaissance.
At
And
this
ricotta.
moment,
I agree with Theon.
at this moment, you see a face poke its head through the curtain of the tent, and it seems that there are a few natives who have brought gifts for you.
Oh!
Uh,
Hi!
You shouldn't have.
It's
You should.
it's a group of people carrying large like portions of like patterned and decorated fabric, and basically they come in and say that they think you must be awfully hot in all the heavy armor and confining clothes you're wearing, because none of the Leonin who live around here wear much clothes except for like a loincloth and maybe certain other like strategic sashes to hide their various amounts of modesty. So that's basically what they bring you, like
Picture Tarzan.
nice, well-made loincloths with sturdy belts to hold them up, and just like pretty sashes in like whites, greens, and reds, and just like want you to be comfortable while you're staying. So they offer these to you.
My tunic, which has had the absolute crap beaten out of it over the last bit, I was like, oh, hell yeah! Throw it off to the side. Just a second. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Where's...
I do the same and say thank you so much, and I put it on, and I'm like, oh, it's so free.
Sully, my dirty clothes landed on you. Sorry, buddy.
Oh, that's okay.
And so I'm
it's
pulling
so
up a
free.
little loincloth, jiggling with it, and there's a bit of a squeeze, and tail comes out the back. So the classic, yeah. There's not much else to it. Like, I've still got a little bit of an undershirt situation going on, but essentially right now it looks more like a Donald Duck situation.
You are the paladin Donald Duck.
Yeah.
It's perfect. I love it.
So, like, oh, these fit really well. And I can feel the wind between my feathers.
What of you, Evelyn and Cortinari? Are you also going to take advantage of the hospitality?
He starts shivering, being very uncertain. Thank you. Takes the clothing away, and will probably try and find some quiet time to patch stuff. But, like, I need as much sun protection as possible. I'm not just going to walk around in a loincloth.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
You can have my filthy rags.
Yeah. A whole punk just patches and, layers of detritus clothing strung together will do.
Evelyn's very like, no, I don't. That's fine. I don't need. She's like, no, I can't take this. Sorry.
Well,
She's very old.
they don't seem willing to take no for an answer in terms of you accepting it. So even if you don't put it on, they leave it on the ground in front of you and then walk away.
Well, thanks.
She kind of flags him down. She's like, actually, do you have like a needle and thread that I can borrow? I need to repair something. For sewing?
They're able to provide you some thread and a needle, yes. Okay. So.
Well, guys, I don't know about you, but for the first time in what feels like months, I don't know. It's been a long few weeks. I'm stuffed. And not in that way that they talk about in the scary children's stories. I mean in the way of I've had lots to eat.
Stuffed
So
Evelyn turns to Theon and is like, have you ever had stuffed goose before?
I have, but don't tell him.
She kind of laughs behind her. Like, he goes,
Did I hear this? Would I have heard this?
It was good.
Ravane, roll perception. Evelyn and Theon roll stealth, but with charisma.
Wait, how do I roll stealth with charisma?
So charisma, but add my proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
If you have got a stealth proficiency, add your proficiency to a charisma check.
Just a +3 roll.
I've got a +5 in stealth. So
No, do you have proficiency in stealth? I'll tell you in a second.
I do have
+3,
proficiency in
so
stealth.
18.
So let's roll a charisma check. So if you're using D&D Beyond, just roll the charisma check and then add your stealth bonus.
Did it roll? Did it roll? Why did it not roll?
Roll a charisma check. Just click.
Why did you not
I made
roll?
this really complicated.
Wait.
Dear.
Add my, add my stealth bonus or add my proficiency bonus?
What is happening here?
Because that's the difference between an 18 and a 24.
There we go. Yeah.
That come true?
Great.
Yep. 20. Awesome.
Because, as in, add my stealth bonus or add my proficiency
Well, if you're
bonus?
proficient in stealth, it's
Yes.
+2. If you're expertise, it'll be +4, which for you is +4. And
I don't understand
Well,
how
my
it's
stealth is
possible.
+9.
Because you're not proficient in it, so it's just adding a background thing.
Because I do have
Oh, this is weird.
my proficiency bonus is +3.
I've made a
I don't know,
mistake.
Rory, make of that what you will.
Boy, I don't actually have sheets open, but I think just based on that, they are. You hear the Evelyn half of the conversation. So you hear her say, "I have, but don't tell him."
Leon said that.
That's what I said. I have.
Well, this doesn't
but
make
don't
any
tell him.
sense.
Wait,
There's nothing to worry about.
No, so Ravane, you hear Evelyn say, "Have you ever had stuff?" But don't hear the reply from.
And then you hear the giggle.
Yeah, funny joke, guys. I never get
Okay.
Oh, you.
So.
All right, well, we should see if they've got any, I don't know, what do cats sleep in?
Piles?
Bed?
Other cats?
Nest. A
bed.
pile of trees.
Cat sleeps in a cat bed.
Is that just a bed if you're already a cat, though?
Yeah. Sleep in bed.
Excellent! Let's see if they've got any beds. And then, I don't know, you're gonna offer them to, I don't know, do their gardening or something.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah.
Conari. Also, Conari, you're looking a little, you got some hair, and I just pull a mushroom just off the sideline. Why is it sticky? Ah!
That is just the mucus that helps my armor stick together.
Oh! That's nice.
Mm.
We should also see if they have baths.
Like hot bars deep in the underground?
Well, maybe not so much underground. I prefer some,
No, just a hot
if
spring.
not overground, then medium ground.
No, but surely
How
you're
about we
like this
compromise
idea.
to a ditch that's on a hill?
So,
Wonder if I can do anything to help with that.
so if you make your way out of Ajani's tent and poke your head around, there are arrangements being made to have accommodation set aside for you. It's just one of the huts has been graciously given up by its sole occupant to have the four of you rest inside of it for the time that you're here. It's very basic accommodation where it's just like carpets, leaves, and a few cushions on the ground. But it's simple, it's out of the way, and it's yours for the time that you're here. Also, the river that runs through the center of this town actually does kind of have a few small creeks towards the end of it that continue to flow on down the mountainside. And while a few of them, like towards the bottom, are used for like cleaning fruit and other things brought back, there are some set aside for bathing specifically. So you can bathe in a small freshwater pond if you wish to.
Okay, so my new kitty cat jockstrap has been placed over one of the nearby, just as a little wood awning there, and I'm in there, and you just see the little feathers fluffing either side, sort of thing. Ravain's been vibrate for a few moments to get less disgusting.
I just love...
Guys, it's really nice in here! So don't come in!
I just love the mental image of the camera angle of like first you put down the cloth and the cloth just perfectly obscures you as you walk to the pond, and then you just get in and it's fine.
Isn't that a scene in Mulan?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. I imagine more like
the secret part of my backstory.
I imagine more like
I killed thousands of Huns.
I imagine more like kind of he like puts a towel down and it like covers him perfectly and he like walks past him because he's just a bird.
Yep.
He's like, modesty. I have feathers.
Fair enough. So it sounds like Ravain is spending a week in a bath because it'll probably take that long to get clean to his satisfaction.
And meanwhile, any Leonid people who come by, I'm going to attempt to baptize them with my bless spell into the Church of Sarah. I hand out pamphlets and I explain that Sarah is Bae and has big angel energy.
Okay.
And
the level 1 ceremony spell.
Yeah.
Dude, check it out.
I know one. Yep, I can cast that a few times. Well, several. And I think I can do the ritual.
So if you are spending your time bathing, hanging out, and trying to convert people to your religion, can you just make me...
Yes, I'm going to spend my time being a weird fucking... But in like the... Okay, because we're touching on colonialism bullshit here, which I am totally against, obviously. But simply Ravain just wants to be like, hey guys, how you doing? Do I get in the bath? I've got muffins! And I can make a lot of muffins.
That's how
let me tell you of my god of baked goods.
So, can you please roll me a persuasion roll, please? Just as like...
I absolutely can.
Yeah, just as the culmination of your close to a week of effort in trying to convert people to your faith.
I got a 6!
Oh, buddy.
Perfect.
Wow, I really like those muffins!
So,
Hey guys, do you want any pamphlets with those muffins? Guys! No? Oh, no, it's not a napkin for the muffins. It's...
So you get a lot of very polite smiles and nods because you are the esteemed guest of Ajani Goldmane, and people are going to be understandably polite to you. But they're not really interested in hearing what you have to say about your faith besides that.
Okay, well... that's okay. I mean, there's a lot of rocks in those muffins. They're probably not that good for them anyway.
Okay.
And that's my efforts for the week. Done.
Okay.
Cheers.
Moving on to Theon. You expressed an interest in going hunting.
Yeah, I would love to go hunting, help out the community to bring stuff back, and to hone my skills in the lands that is Alara, while hopefully using that time to potentially find better wares, and if I can find an apothecary or anything like that, try and score myself some potions of healing and stuff like that, because I would like to not die.
Okay. It doesn't take you very long after emerging from the Ajani's tent to see that there's a group of young adult Leonin getting very hyped up towards the edge of town. You can see standing up on a rock above a crowd of other cat people. Two Leonin, a male and a female, both getting very, very excited. As you get closer, just out of curiosity, it sounds like they are riling each other up to go on a hunt really early tomorrow morning to celebrate Ajani's visit. And they are apparently planning on bringing back a bull Ceradon.
Yeah, I enthusiastically go, let's do this! I'm super excited. I don't know what animal this is, but oh my god, we're going to take this down!
Yeah! You basically fallen in with football hooligans,
Frat
but
boys.
they're really enthusiastic about hunting instead.
Yeah, and I would match their energy or surpass it, because it's summer and I am super cocky right now.
Mm-hmm. You are so keen. So the following morning, you can head out with them. You learn that the two individuals kind of amped about this hunt are a male called Nor and a female called Leisure. They are siblings, and something you learn just from being around them for any amount of time is that they are simultaneously incredibly hyped and super keen to one-up each other, whatever the cost. So they keep on trying to be the best at everything. So you get to see a lot of examples of hopping from tree to tree, see where not to go. So can you roll me I'm going to say nature check, just to see how much of their practices and way of life you can internalize in your time hunting with them.
A 17?
Oh yeah, you are no stranger to this part of life. Being able to read signs in the terrain, jumping to and from, trying to figure out the best way to navigate. So you are able to pick up on a lot of what they're doing quite quickly and begin feeling more and more confident in your surroundings. As you get to the morning of the second day, you traveled for a day, slept, and then awoke. Quite early on, they become even more hyped at the fact that they've located tracks. And you basically spend the second day hunting what must be a pretty big creature. Its footprints are maybe about the size of a... What's a good example for this? Maybe about the size of a dining room table.
Turns out it's actually a clown with big feet.
Tiny.
So it's pretty large.
Cool.
They are by no means the largest footprints you have seen. Going about your business here, but you are a bit intimidating. And I don't have it thoroughly prepared, but hang on a second. I'm gonna get an image. Actually, hang on. We're looking at this. Give me a sec. That's just one. Be good. So I'd say on the third day, you probably sleep next to where it's sleeping, so it's a very uneasy night of just hearing its loud breath and going, it's over there right now, and tomorrow we're going to kill it. But at this point, you haven't laid eyes on it. Go, heckin', what is... I'm asking a lot of my computer right now, my apologies.
Oh, good.
Desktop.
Heckin' Rory, you're so pure.
So heckin' pure.
I try my best.
So heckin'.
Okay. Image.
We did warn the children that Rory would be swearing on stream.
Yes, except I don't.
They are
swear.
prepared.
So you're gonna have to deal with that. Where's the
Heck
picture?
yeah, you are, kids.
Where's the
No.
picture? What is happening?
Just made the M15 comment at the start because I did a share with a random channel on Discord that's got like 900 people, and I was like, "Hey guys, they're a discussion channel of all things tabletop that a friend of a friend put me onto, and they just,
Oh,
I don't know, they're really fun. So when you're like, hey, I have a random idea, I have a, yeah."
They all engage.
So
Love
they
it.
gave me a double check, and I was like, no, guys, I'm pretty sure we only hit M15 as our max kind of rating. So,
Fair enough.
yeah, I'm pretty
Sorry,
sure we
that's
only
the
hit
limit.
M15.
yeah,
If that.
I know.
Honestly, I think we only hit PG.
We're all very
We're
polite
allowed
people.
one swear
Probably the
word.
violence would be not PG.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
but it's animated violence. It's like Samurai
Yeah, no,
Jack.
it's...
As long as
yeah,
it's oil, as long as it's not red blood, it's okay.
I get.
Yeah, we
pretty-
don't actually...
As long as we don't
Describe-
disavow and take things bones. Hang on.
Oh, no, it was
hang
undead.
on.
It was already dead.
That's
It's
still messed
fine.
up.
The undead aspect is spooky.
This is taking longer than I thought.
Sure,
Okay.
Mickey Mouse stole someone's bones.
Mickey Mouse. Good heavens.
What?
Not mine,
There
yeah.
must be an episode.
So, on the beginning of the 4th day here, you you wake up very, very early and basically begin a sneak attack on this beast. And as you kind of emerge from your slumber, come around some of the trees and prepare to go full kick ass all over this thing, you see it's probably about 30 feet tall just by itself. It is quadrupedal, but it seems to have slightly larger front arms than it does rear. It's got a long tail. It's kind of a peachy red color up its arms, turning into like a cream on the belly. It has a very heavily plated back with large curved horns at the side of its head, 2 more curving down in front of its mouth, and a very, very large one coming out the top of its head. So its head is surprisingly small compared to the rest of it, but it's compensating with massive horns. So, can you please roll me a survival check to see how you do? Because you are, in the strictest sense, not actually required to do this, because they have done it before and seem capable of avoiding its attacks and bringing it down. But the survival check is just
A 10.
10. Okay,
10.
you are able to levy your services somewhat effectively. I think what you would elect to do is stay back and take pot shots at its eyes, because all the rest of them are melee fighters and are just being very like bouncy and flippy and jumping around, like slashing at important tendons, but you're just hanging back to doing the pew-pews, and it does not go unappreciated. But you also aren't seeing like in the thick of it, like throwing down with this thing, so there is that. And after
I also just noticed that I have a +9 in animal handling. So maybe I'll just make it our pet. No, I'm joking.
Full Ceradon. Oh my god, my poor internet. It's fine. Everything's fine. Oh, so many things.
Everything is awesome.
Everything's fine. It's just one.
Everything's cool when you're part
When
of
you're
a
part of a
team.
stream.
It's just one image.
Why didn't I think of that? That's genius.
One image has been uploading for the past 2 minutes, but that's okay. You are able to provide assistance in bringing down this big ol' bull Ceradon guy, and they're impressed. As they kind of like post hunt hype, being all super keen. And
That's scary as hell.
Oh, has it gone through?
It loaded on one of my computers.
I cannot yet see
Oh,
it. But
yikes.
if you can see it too.
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah.
Yep. It's like a baby Tarask.
It's
Oh,
pretty big.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, it's a bit
buff.
cute.
Can I give him pats?
For
Can
context,
Then
no, he's
a
dead.
boop on the nose.
So just
A
for
boop his
scale,
dead nose.
compare his size to the birds nearby. So not huge, but still pretty big.
Big feet.
Big guy. And you are
Hey.
able to bring him down with the help of, I'd say, like half a dozen other very hyped Leonin. In your time kind of like harvesting its bits, what would you prefer?
It's got some scales and stuff, so I think I would like try and harvest its scales and maybe the horns. But then I would also ask the Leonin what cuts of meat are really good from this to bring back.
They probably spend the first half an hour to an hour of dancing around its body, tying ropes to it and trying to get it onto its back, because its belly is the prime cuts.
Yep,
So-
I help them do all that stuff.
Oh yeah, it's just
Like
Lots
I
of-
just follow their lead.
lots of really clever rope work of just rope under an arm, pull it so it just rolls over, and then they just start like hacking up its front. Like they're prioritizing the meat portion of this, and they're leaving scales and horns alone.
Yep.
So you can avail yourself with, I'd say, probably one big scale, probably this big, that you can't have to strap to your back and awkwardly carry it back, and you can also probably cut the end off one of its horns and carry that back in your arms.
Yep.
So you'll be very encumbered on the way back, but you can bring back some fun stuff.
Cool. And what I'll essentially do with that when we get back is ask anyone to help turn it into anything, or if they need it, and then offer all the meat to everyone else, while cutting off a slice to bring over to Ravane as a quick little side note to go, we weren't laughing at you, we were just trying to laugh with you.
I know, buddy.
Give the meat as a token of peace.
Oh, thanks! Some random meat from the jungle!
Oh boy.
Snippet.
Yeah. So, one last thing, Theon, can you roll me just a flat charisma check to see how well you were able to ingratiate yourself with your hunting buddies during the trip?
Yeah, cool. Sorry, just one flat roll you said, just a D20?
Just
Yeah,
flat
I can do
charisma.
that. Oh, flat charisma, sorry.
Yep.
Bam. How'd that go? Why is it giving me a +4? I don't understand why it's giving +4 when my
doing a
charisma says
saving?
+1.
Are you doing a saving throw or a?
Just pressing charisma.
Well-
I must be getting... There must be something that's adding bonuses to my charisma in some of my stuff.
Well-
I've got to figure that out.
We can ignore the +3. I'm actually having some lag on my roll 20. So, what was the number?
It was a
No,
20,
it's not
but
roll 20 on mine.
we'll take 3 off, and we'll say
Okay.
it was 17
Okay, fair enough.
until I figure out why I'm getting an extra +3.
You probably have by the end of the evening, by the end of your time with these people, you've probably ingratiated yourself decently well with Noah and Leisure. They say their parting words are just, "My friend, what you lack in In raw power, you make up for it in enthusiasm, and I respect that.
Oh yeah.
So they are willing to like introduce you to the right people and are able to help you find like some better gear if you want it. What kind of equipment were you seeking?
Maybe some armor. Just some extra armor would be nice. I also figured out why I've got an extra +3. I have otherworldly glamour. Whenever I make a charisma check, I gain a +3 to bonus to the check.
Ah, because you're
Beyond
beautiful.
pretty. Yeah.
Yeah, because I am stunning, apparently. Stunningly ugly.
You're fabulous.
That's still a form of stunning.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Hey,
Absolutely flawless.
Uncanny Valley is still a thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a quick sneaky peek at my physical book because the book is going to load faster than
Show the camera.
You mean your brain works faster than your computer? Imagine that.
Currently.
Computer.
I have no such problems.
Yeah,
So
it's a competition.
Yeah, I have those problems.
So, with what you brought back, they present to you 2 options.
Yep.
They say we can, well, like a few options. If you get into a conversation with somebody about armor making, they say we can get you studded leather. They think they might be able to turn the big piece of scale into a breastplate, or maybe even try and make some splint.
I will be honest. I do not know the differences.
Studded leather is 12 plus your dex mod as your armor class. A breastplate is 14 plus your dex mod, but a max of 2 as with a dex bonus. So your armor class can only go to a max of 16, and a splint is heavy armor that just gives you a flat armor class of 17, but requires strength 15 to use it. And it
Which I can't have that.
Okay.
That makes sense. So that can't be an option. I think the second one.
Are you proficient in medium armor?
I am.
Okay, so yeah, they will attempt to turn this bull ceradon scale into a breastplate for you.
Yes. Breast.
Mm-hmm.
Plates.
Yeah, and that's probably all the favors you can really carry at this time.
Cool. Thanks so much.
Okay. Moving on, we are going to talk to Evelyn. What do you try and do in this time?
Evelyn's going to probably offer to help out, like with just general stuff around camp. Mending stuff, cooking stuff, all that sort of thing. And she's also going to use the needle and thread that she was given to fix up her uniform that she still carries around.
Oh.
So she's going to resew all that. She's going to clean it really well and like resew it and stuff.
Okay.
Because she keep it in as good nick as she can.
Fair enough. Can you make me some kind of a roll? Just like a flat dexterity, like, and if you have proficiency in any kind of toolkit that is to do with crafting with sewing.
I have weaver's tools, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take it. So yeah.
Sweet.
Roll dex and add your proficiency bonus.
So it's literally my saving throw equivalent.
Yeah.
Plus.
What'd you get?
A 7.
Oh no.
No, that's a nat 1.
That's a literal nat 1.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's not
no.
great. That's not great at all.
Blame the tools.
So
You're trying to thread with the blunt end.
I feel like, yeah. I feel
Keep
like
poking yourself with the pointing end.
Oh, I was supposed to put the thread in the needle, of course.
Oh, that's why I can't do it.
you
And then I
only-
realized that I was trying to sew with
No thread.
no, not thread.
So you know that thing that happens sometimes with a sewing machine where you're running it through and it kind of gets all bunched up and it just
Jim.
sews multiple layers of the same thing kind of back to back on top of each other and causes this really ugly smoosh. You get a bit frustrated partway during your fix and just kind of have this really weird smush pleat on one side of the skirt. It looks very messy, and you kind of have to just angrily give up and tear out the stitching and start over. So you are able to I'm going to say you are able to clean it and get out the mud and the stains from the swamp, but you don't manage to make much progress repairing some of the damage it's taken.
Poopy.
Just it's not going your way. But in terms of you trying to help out around camp, I'd say you have very interesting interactions with the people around you. They don't seem like they want you to help. It's like you're the esteemed guest. You shouldn't be offering to help. They should be helping you. So it's probably you probably spend the first few hours to a day of them just pushing back and saying, no, you go and sit down. We'll bring you lunch once it's ready. And you just say, no, I'm gonna help.
Trust me, please let me help. I'm so out of place. Boo.
So some of that. Any other things to aspire to achieve while you're here?
Maybe making a hood for Cortinari. Have all the fancy fabrics so he doesn't get burnt in the sun as much.
Ah, fair enough. Well, now you can make me another dex roll.
Far out. If I roll a nat 20 on this, I'm gonna be so mad.
You make such a lovely gift.
What the heck?
What?
The benefit being is even if it's ragged, Cortinari will wear it. He'll
It's
just be
another nat 1.
Oh no!
Hilarious.
You're getting
I
all
better get some bloody good rolls at some point. Come on.
You're getting all the battles out.
So funny.
Another one.
So you don't do very well at this. Actually, I'd say at this point, one of the women in this village sees you going about your business and just would it even be angrily swearing at the sewing while she was doing it, or just kind of?
She's muttering. But she's not speaking common.
It's goblin.
It's in goblin.
She's speaking Leonin.
Somehow I know Leonin.
So
Actually, hang on a second.
Do you know Leonin? Or would you just get a gist of it because of the tone?
GM, instead of the local Leonin, could I walk past and offer druid craft to just say, I don't know if she's finished it or no. I just want to
partway
say,
through it.
I mean,
yeah.
About halfway.
You don't really know that she's making a thing for you. She just picked up the clothes that were meant to be for her and is just trying to modify them in some way.
I don't know if I like seeing evil and angry.
Well, regardless, either Cortinari or this woman would notice that you're a bit upset and
Frustrated.
Would,
We'll go with your idea, sorry.
And
Yeah.
I'm just pay a visit and be all are you okay? You seem. Are the clothes damaged?
I just. And I kind of toss them on the ground. I'm my hands aren't working properly. I don't know what's wrong. She's screwed up. Chucked it in the dirt.
She picks up.
Start
and says,
stabbing it with your knife.
Kills it. Goes crazy. I guess on a murder rampage through the village. Everyone gets back and everyone's dead, and I'm just standing there. I'm like,
You murdered clothes. So like, with you seeming angry with it, she says, does it not fit? Would you like it taken in for you?
no, it's not for me. I have perfectly good clothes. I don't need another pair.
You look
But it's
very
a shame to waste the.
You look very hot.
I'm okay. And I kind of like gesture to like my sleeveless vest. I'm like, eh. I
See
mean,
my vest. See my vest.
It's like, okay. What do you want this to be?
a hood. Go
Hood?
overhead. Yeah.
And she kind of like imitates your motion, but with the fabric, and goes, "Why?"
To shelter from the sun. To shelter from the hot sun.
Oh, okay.
Like a parasol, but that stays on you.
She just like takes this big long piece of fabric, drapes it over your head, and just like wraps it around you very strategically, like a bit like a hijab, and just says, "Is good?"
Is it like kind of sheltering my face from the sun, or is it not quite?
A bit.
A little bit. I'm like, I mean, I guess. I would have thought that you'd sew it a little bit. And I kind of like, so it doesn't fall off, and I kind of like shake myself around a little bit.
It would move around a bit, but she says, "I can try and sew if you want."
Yes, if you could help me, that would be good. I'm not having luck with anything.
Okay. She pulls out from her bag some thread and a needle. Does like a basic long. I think it's called a
whip stitch?
Yes, just to establish where the pieces should be. Takes it off you and walks away, and then comes back like a day, like half a day later. And
She just leaves. I'm like,
they're being accommodating. Then she would bring it back like half a day later, just like put it on you and go.
thank you. Yes, this will do nicely.
So
In my head, I'm like, I really hope Courtney's head's the same size as mine.
So you have like a very nice like off-white like decorated like headscarf now.
I don't have the heart to tell her it's not for me.
Ordinary's a tiny teenage elf, so yeah, we're probably the same size, more or less.
Yeah. So that's basically your time in this village, just trying your best to not be a burden while doing stuff.
While trying to help.
Yes. Finally, Courtney.
Cool. So, I think either I want to talk to Zior or Ajani themselves and just say, I have some skills to offer to the village. If you have a maker of potions, or if you grow crops, give me a few days and I could aid your town greatly. But I have, and I'm going to pull out the disgusting ogre bones that I have, take off my armor and say, I need these affixed to my armor to increase it. And I will trade my spell casting of my, oh my god, this is going to be really fun to do. So I can do a day casting plant growth, which will give all of their crops awesome yield for a year. I can also brew potions and all kinds of funness. And yeah, if they have a healer or something I can work with, I'll work with the healer and make them a bunch of healing potions over a couple days.
Okay. Well,
That's awesome.
Well, you'd be speaking to Zior, because at this point Ajani has like planeswalked away back to Theros.
Bye, Ajani.
Bye.
Bye.
Zior says we can help you do all of those things, and kind of like takes you on a walk with him over a few hours. Like speaks to the head gatherer, who basically says if you're going to help them increase their yield, they would want to have it be like a few days of a trip, because if you just cast plant growth right on their town, then all the plants that grow around them will get really big. It'll attract herd animals, and that'll attract predators. So ideally, they want to take you like a day away, cast it there, and then harvest it so it's not right next to them.
I wondered about that.
In terms of potion making, they have got a local shaman who does have some ingredients. They normally don't. I mean, I'd say they would make some healing potions, like normally like give one per hunting party just in case they need it.
So, so I've got herbalism kit, poisonous kit. So, whatever the fuck they need made as far as healing potions, antidotes to like venoms of wild animals in the jungle, or poisons to take down animals in the jungle. Whatever that shaman wants me to work on, I can work on for a couple days with them.
Like,
That's cool.
Yeah, becoming more familiar with the shaman setup, you realize that they don't use poisons themselves. It's kind of like a pride thing with them. Get it? It's pride. It's the cats. So.
Yeah, but I'm thinking of the Sun Warriors, and anyway, never mind.
Rory, puns really shouldn't be your main focus right now.
Puns for funds?
But
main focus, get it?
I
guess.
Yeah. But they do keep antidotes and things like that, so you are able to provide your services to them. So, on the first day, you're taken for a walk with the squad of gatherers, led by a woman called Suda.
Suda?
Yeah, so you basically walk for a day, sit down, and can then begin casting plant growth for 8 hours. So here's my question. What does that ritual look like coming from you? Because, like, you are, like, creating it's like you're making cascading waves of energy that just, like, radiate out and out and out for half a mile in every direction.
So, it being my beautiful spore druid magic, instead of the harmful purple necrotic waves that occasionally come off me, it's this green aura of just floating globules that slowly into the ground, and where they hit, little networks start to grow, and you see that faint green glow continue to grow for miles around, stringing out plant to plant to plant, weaving them all together, drawing on nutrients in the soil, bringing healing magic to the entire radius of the area.
That is really pretty. So,
yeah, it's amazing.
You would probably would you do this at night or during the day? Because like they take you out for a day and then go, okay, do it here whenever you want.
You can rest a while. I don't need to rest much. It is fine. I will start now. And I start drawing a circle in the dirt, and I start as soon as the Leonins are setting up camp like 15 meters away. I do the ritual in the dark away from them, and they see the lights start to glitter around them.
That is like a beautiful mental image, just like darkness, a jungle illuminated by like spiraling, glowing green mushrooms, like falling off you as you dance around the canopy. That's so cool.
And that'll take me 8 hours into the evening, so somewhere around midnight, I just collapse in this circle and mold earth, roll a bit of dirt over myself, take a nap. Hopefully they drag me towards a bed because I'm absolutely exhausted. And then in the morning, their jungle is good for a year.
Yeah. Double yield for an entire year in this section.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
They're going to be very, very happy with you. And they are.
Thank you, Suda. This has been quite good. Your world is strange, but I'm starting to love it.
Yeah. So
And you get a tan as well as you do it.
No. So after that, you were able to make your way back to the village and probably spend the rest of your day with, well, the rest of your days with the shaman. Roll me a d4, please. And also just roll me a flat charisma check.
Oh, is that coming up in Roll20?
It's taking
Didn't
me.
come up for me.
It's taking me a
Didn't
while
come
to
up for
see
me.
because of lag, which is not fun.
You can roll a d4 in Roll20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't want to roll again because I got a 4.
Oh, fair enough. I believe you. So
Yeah, I believe.
Pardon me. In the course of your
But let's do the charisma check as well.
yes.
Come on. No, it's not rolling.
Behave.
Slash 1d20, and we can add 1 to it as the thing. Oh, I'm sorry, my connection to Roll20
Oops.
is coming up with the error.
Yeah, mine was getting that before. I had to refresh the page and it fixed it.
Yep. No, I'm just doing that now.
Just like roll a d20 manually, if you can. Well, you know what? I will do it for you.
Yeah, you can do it for me. I'm okay with that.
This is taking a while.
Did you want me to press it?
Oh no, it's just a matter of how long it takes for my internet to unfart
Ah, yeah,
itself.
fair call.
Which is lovely, really.
Or a d20?
Yeah.
Hurry up! I'm just gonna roll a physical dice.
Oh no, it came up. Oh no, no, it's
Mary's
wrong.
Snazzy.
It's /R.
Oh, okay. You roll a 4 on my physical d20. So you are you are able to make to help them make 4 healing potions, of which they offer you 1 to take away with you.
Oh, awesome.
As just a thank you.
Theon, add that to your inventory.
I can do that. And you
Leon.
rolled a 14.
Suda gave me so much.
There you
Here you go.
Oh, thank you. This will help a lot.
Because I'm pretty sure I've got 1 healing potion in my kit.
Okay. Splendid. So, the week of preparing and resting and relaxing has come to an end. You've all become ingratiated with the people, and there may be some sad goodbyes as you all gather around in a circle and think, now what? Oh yes.
Well, guys, we got our little gem thingies here. Have everyone figured them out, by the way?
No. Actually, can I meditate for like a tiny bit of the time as well? Just like focusing on the shard, just focusing on it and just paying attention to all the places I've been to try and recollect it all.
You've all had time to attune to your Mindstone fragments, so
Cool.
you're all good in that regard.
Sweet.
Yeah. All right. Where are we off to?
Oh, this just happened on my D&D 20. Oh. So. Oh yeah, because we could watch what was happening on everyone else's stuff.
Yeah.
I say. Court. your visions were very strange to me, but didn't feel super dangerous. Would you like to go check that out some more and try and explore with friends?
Those tunnels, I did not explore many of those tunnels. I had not the power at the time. But from what you say, the places we could go, there might be something to learn there.
Yeah.
Go.
But I'm
All
happy
right.
if people want to go back to their home worlds, if anyone feels safe to go back. I do not. I do not want to go back anytime soon.
Not just yet. I'd like to learn how to not die first.
Same.
It's but one step.
That's awfully concerning to hear from you again.
That's a good quote.
It's as my mama always said.
Okay.
So
It's like
my
looking
mum
at
always said
just for a
better-
moment. I go, was Cordinari's mama a mushroom? Is that a possibility?
First step.
Did he spore into existence?
By the looks of him, yes.
Wouldn't that be interesting? So,
I'm gonna grasp the Mind Stone fragment, and the only part of that realm that I know is the catacombs.
yes.
So I concentrate, and if you get a glimpse of it, all you see is dark passageways filled with carved stone figures and sarcophagi opened with bones sitting there of these strange giant skeletons.
Yes. Everybody feels the same sensations he felt, smells the same smells, feels the soil under their feet, and if you like, you can all focus and planeswalk away.
All right.
And oh no! And
That was good.
And in a very weird, imperceptible, magical cacophony, all four of you just kind of disappear into one like focus point and are gone. Once again, you are hurtling through this weird space-time nonsense. You're passing by several other locations as you go. It feels wild. And then all of a sudden,
Just before we went, I
May
remembered
I?
that food didn't go, so I hurriedly tried to finish my lunch beforehand. Oh.
And can I also, as we're planeswalking, like really focus heavily on the different places we go past to see if I can get some like heavy glimpses of something
okay.
or other places?
Can you please roll me a perception check?
I sure can.
I'm looking as well, dreading seeing Innistrad.
Okay.
I rolled
I'm
an
just upset
18.
about the sandwich.
Perception as well?
Yes.
And
Sandwich
hopefully
just falls
that
to the
one?
floor back in
Oh,
a
that was
jungle world.
friggin' 2! What is wrong with my rolls?
Kim, you have inspiration.
I love
I
the
do.
fact that it's like, oh my
don't
god,
know
that was a
it.
freaking 2! Because you have +8.
I'm very perceptive, but
Yeah.
it doesn't help.
I rolled an 18.
Solid. Okay, I'm just checking my map here. We're going from Alara.
I'll be right back. I check something.
Oh wow!
I'm not sure that
This is a long jump. Okay. Yeah, I'd say the place you see most clearly as you hurtle by is a very unusual location. It looks very bright and shiny. There's lots of like the main takeaway is spiraling, beautifully designed metal. Like you see like people walking around wearing brightly colored robes adorned with like beautiful spiral metals and metal contraptions attached to their arms. Very ornate, beautiful buildings. It's a very pretty looking place, and it seems like they do interesting things with metal there.
Chandra?
Hmm?
I was like, Chandra? No, that's all I will say.
Yes.
Oh.
If Evelyn, you probably catch like the barest glimpse of like an ankle.
Ooh. Scandalous.
But that's about it. And after you land,
So
and
no Innistrad.
no Innistrad.
Thank God.
I don't.
It is
I don't-
definitely not Innistrad.
I don't think Innistrad is on that trajectory.
She's
I
hoping.
really
not.
want to see your map. This
No,
sounds exciting.
no,
Do you have a map from Planeswalking?
I found it on the internet. Don't look for it.
Okay, I will not. I promise.
Map of
Oh,
plans.
now I really want to look for it, even though I made that promise.
So,
Can I prepare 2 first-level spells as we land?
Certainly. Well, you can prepare a spell.
I prepare Goodberry.
Okay. So you land and find yourself immediately in a far less hospitable location. Ravain, you are somewhat immediately regretting your fashion choice, as I assume you planeswalked in the.
Yeah, I still have the jockstrap.
Yep. You are all of you standing in immediate pitch black darkness.
Oh no!
The 2 elves in the party are more or less unaffected by your dark vision, but Ravain and Evelyn, it is just black in every direction. You can hear.
4 globules of light appear.
Yes. Yep.
Just like, oh god, that's dark.
Ah!
And then I let my eyes adjust and get my vision back.
You are. Heckin'
Like,
stay.
They're all sitting on the edge of like a bright yellow, kind of like sodium lamp kind of thing.
And now you're all standing in what looks to be catacombs. Thanks to the dancing lights illuminating the area, you can see lots of large. Actually, all of them are open. So large, open, carved stone sarcophagi, probably pushed open very unceremoniously by Cordonary. What's funny is that you were here less than 2 weeks ago. So
2 weeks ago.
you can
not
like
even a fortnight.
dart your head around, see all the things, see all the weird alien carvings on the wall, see all the random bones and bits you like discarded from their eternal resting place as you were looking around. It's very creepy in here.
I say this way, and I'm very nervous again, so I'm skittering mode. And I start running towards
As
the
that
camp that I
happens,
had set up.
I like grab some hands and go, I will guide you, and then realize, oh wait, you can see here too.
Yeah, just a second, and I'm just going to hold up my mace and thump! I cast light on it, so it's glowing now. Anyone else?
So if they're not immediately following, for about 120 feet behind me, there are just 4 globules of light showing the path to where I had my tiny little camp for about 6 months.
No.
And I'm running back there.
I should say, Theon, you need to make a roll.
Okay.
Because you are on a different plane now, which means that you need to roll for the season.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh god, it's a D4. I should have been prepared for this.
The season,
it's okay.
the season is actually springtime. I'll tell you that much.
It's my what is my roll 20 just like frozen on me? God.
Giving
I'm
everybody
having some
grief.
issues as well.
Oh, let's try this one.
Trying to
Two.
Frozen for me 3 times tonight.
Yeah,
Mine seems
roll
fine.
20's being kind of a poo-poo face.
Yeah, I've been rolling nat 1s and 2s.
Yeah,
I don't think that's
blame
roll 20's fault.
The refresh gets rid of the red error bar thing.
Yeah, refresh does. All right. I should have had this prepared to try and see where I can find what my traits are, because I am
I
a
have them up if you
horrible
want to
player.
tell me. Or do you want me to just forward them?
I rolled a 2.
Okay.
Do you want me
No,
to forward them
exhibition.
to you again?
Yes, please.
Do you want the details, the abilities?
Both. What's the ability? Just so that we can move the game along and I can read stuff back on the back end.
Because they're just little snippets.
I don't remember how to find it.
It's all good.
I have mine bookmarked in my browser.
Yeah, I should
Under
do that.
D&D tab.
Genius. Genii.
Have a big genius.
Wow, my internet's being a poo-poo face.
What is happening? I'm trying to open to you guys.
So I rolled a 2. Does that mean it's winter?
No, it is spring.
It is spring.
Yes.
Okay.
I, as the god of this multiverse, decree that, it is springtime where you are now.
Great that it be spring.
Thank you, gods.
Sing springtime for Theon.
Let's see what it means. So
Time, happiness, on.
So on Ravnica in the autumn time, you were very cautious and conservative. During summer on Alara, you were very boisterous and outgoing. And now it's spring on somewhere.
On insert name here.
Creepy tunnel plane.
Creepy tunnel plane.
That's what we'll call it.
Tunnel.
Creepy tunnel through the
Mountain.
We don't know if it's a mountain. Could be
It
just
might be a mountain. It
world.
might not. Who knows?
Heckin' D&D Beyond.
Creepy tunnel, full of dead ogres. Creepy tunnel, creepy tunnel, creepy tunnel.
Okay, I've done the thing. I've made a map. I'm placing you in the map.
Ooh. Bookie.
I don't like it.
I don't like that there's a map.
This map was a just in case. And the just in case was just in case I felt like it.
Oh no!
Is it meant to be fog of war?
So I'm a spring Eldarin currently.
Yes.
Wait, that's a monster.
Spring Eladrin is your power. There we go.
You can face step something else.
Yes. You all now
Nice.
exist on the map.
My spring personality is I approach everything with enthusiasm, even at the most mundane chores. Okay, cool. That sounds like me in real life. And let's find out what my flaw is, guys.
Oh boy.
3. My flaw is a pretty face infatuates me in an instant, but your fancy passes with equal speed. So I'm like, oh, you're beautiful. Oh, okay. To everything, which is interesting since we might. Okay, I think I can play that.
Okay. So, you are all standing in these catacombs. Cortinari is luring you all towards the little base camp he had set up, which is kind of akin to My mental image for your base camp was you cast mold earth enough times to break up some of the stone wall, turned it into dirt, and then planted some mushrooms. So this area over here is basically your months of effort of just trying to cultivate plants under here.
Yeah, more or less, it's just a nice little spot where I found somewhere safe that I thought I was, where I could make food and water and try and work something out from that point.
Indeed. Things to note with the basic layout. The further into the caverns you get, the more weird and chaotic the storage system has been for the bodies. Everything around you feels a little bit like you're the wrong size, because ogres are like 8 to 10 feet tall on a good day. So all of the caskets are like up to your nose, just in terms of scale. And there is one more piece of detail. One of the final coffins you cracked open actually was a false coffin and led into a staircase that went into other aspects of this place. And that is this one right over here.
Okay.
Oh. So this place is a bit spookier than I expected it.
But
Bit corpsey.
there must be a surface ravine that we can find a sky. But first, and I scuttle over to my area and pick any mushrooms that have grown.
Okay. I'd say
Can't we?
you've grown like 5.
That's okay. It's a food source. That's all I'm after.
Indeed.
That's like half a meal.
Yeah, like you probably had a few spores just in the folds of your clothes when you arrived, and then just like shook them out onto the floor and hoped for the best.
Can't we just dig up to get to the sky, or we're too far underground?
Which way is up?
Well, this place looks tricky.
Zoom up.
Usually up is up, but I reckon here those stairs will be up, because that's what they want you to think.
Jim,
Good
do they
point.
descend or climb?
Climb.
So that's. I think this is the only way. Hold on. From our very first session, and sorry, other players, I ended up in a ceremonial room,
Yes.
and I heard footsteps behind me, and then I plunged through planes.
Yes.
Was that up through this staircase, or was that somewhere else?
That was up through the staircase.
I'd lead them up through here.
All right.
I
Off we go.
have come here twice before. The last time was just before I met you. Follow.
Aw, that's sweet, buddy.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it will all be good.
So
Yeah.
you led up a staircase. It's a bit undignified to have to drop down the inside of
Can
a
I-
coffin.
Can I insight check his? It'll be good. Because last time he was obviously like anxious, so anxious about these footsteps that he poofed out of existence.
You certainly can roll insight, and you can.
Oh, yeah, I might too, because I forgot that you were very anxious about those.
And you can roll either. I mean, roll performance just to hide to hide whether or not you're doing persuasion or deception.
It's more going towards persuasion because I am now very confident because I have 3 very capable warriors with me.
Oh, yeah,
Do you
makes sense.
know?
And a goose.
And a goose.
Hold on, no, that's perception.
Whistle while
No,
you
wrong one. Sorry. There we go.
Perception. Persuade. Oh.
What happened? I've got lag.
Nat one. Nat one.
That one for a total of 2.
Oof.
Oof. I'll do 9.
Okay.
I rolled a 15 on insight. But I feel
So-
like I'm just trusting you.
What aspects of this are you potentially trying to hide from them? Or
That there is probably something very fucking evil and powerful here.
Okay.
But only by me being sneaky did I avoid it. And now that there's 4 of us here, it'll probably attack us all at once, and that's what I'm suspicious of.
And only by planeswalking did I avoid.
Yep.
So you all, so Evelyn and Theon, you get the impression that he is curious and is like reassured by your presence quite a bit, which is a bit worrying to you. Makes you think
It'll be fine. Just, Evelyn, go up a little bit in front, won't you?
She kind of like crouches and just. What's
you
up
can
there?
see things other can't. I can give you light.
What's up there?
It's the ceremonial room.
So scary about it.
Are we worried about what's up there? Should we be
I throw your
quiet?
hood on. He just throws the hood that Evelyn has given to him on, and is like, "If let me lead then."
Wow.
okay.
Come on, roll 20.
I know.
I'll be close behind you.
And I'm gonna stealth.
Okay.
That was stealth. I shall stealth as well.
Wait,
I'm in a loincloth
So-
with a glowing mace. I'm not very good at stealth right now.
I should
It
say,
doesn't matter.
I can turn the mace off though.
Ah! Finally, a good roll.
Did mine come through?
Yep.
Nah.
I don't know
I
what I
didn't come through on
rolled.
mine.
this is so messy.
Your insight
don't
came
know
through, but
what
not
I
your
rolled.
stuff.
Okay, 8.
8 for stealth.
There it is.
I'm semi not stealthy, I guess.
I am fucking invisible.
Yes, you are.
I like
Almost
crouch
invisible.
behind. I crouch behind Cortinari. He's like.
What? She's gone.
You hit so well they began to think you didn't exist.
I've like got my hands on your back. I'm like holding like the straps to the back of your breastplate or something. It's like.
My little glow globules are just at the right angle, so I'm super illuminated, but Evelyn directly behind me is giving me shadow.
Very clever.
I'm invisible.
So,
And I'm just like, ooh, pretty lights. Oh. Ooh, pretty lights.
so you make your
Ooh,
way
pretty lights.
up the stairs and find yourself in a very grand, at a door that still hangs ajar from the first time you opened it. There is a very grand chamber in front of you. It is lots of dark stone, no actual light present in here at all, and the room itself is about 3 ogre stories tall. So for you, it's about 6 stories tall, and all these skull markings around the wall indicate where full ogre skeleton bodies have been cleaned and mounted, just kind of like arms across each other, standing against the walls up 3 stories. So in the room total, looking around, you count 30 ogre skeletons, just going like, wow, looking up and around. At the head of the room, there is there is another skeleton that's maybe like 2 feet larger than all the other ones in the chamber. And you can see several other passageways, one going this away, one going that away, and one going directly forwards out this way that can lead you into other parts of this place.
Now, I'm trying to think back to that 0 session. The wall that I fell through was probably about here. It was one of these little alcoves, like there or there kind of thing.
It was more, you didn't fall through a wall, but just like, it felt like you were falling through a wall because you were planeswalking.
I'm going for the imagery. Come on.
Indeed.
Yes.
So you don't...
I would like to loot the bodies. No, I'm joking.
I should say, Cortinari, something is a little bit amiss with you as you poke your head out of this room, you can
Oh shit.
you can hear something. You don't really know what it is, but it sounds kind of like, you know, the sound that you hear an orchestra making when they're warming up before a performance, and that kind of just like,
Oh.
it's that.
Discordant.
Yes, the weird discordant aura going on. It's that, but it's human voices, and it's just very, very subtly existing somewhere in your perception.
And the other three of us, I guess, do not notice this.
You do not.
Can I kind of sneak in front of Theon and poke my head out into the dark, see if I can sort of hear footsteps or like water dripping or
Certainly.
any other signs of life?
Roll me a perception check.
Sure will. Purchase. 25.
25? That's an excellent roll.
1 of 5. Finally getting girls.
It's fine. You burned the 2 ones
fine.
on just like crafting, so it's fine. So you poke your head out. You do not hear any immediate sounds of footsteps around you, any other signs of life or activity. You do hear some dripping coming from the passage to to the west on your view of this map. And I'd say that's all, really.
No breathing.
No breathing. It's just deathly quiet in here.
I'm gonna step in, like kind of like really gingerly placing my feet.
Okay.
Because this is a crypt. I don't know how old these stones are.
Creeping your way
How high is the ceiling again? It's
I'm not
pretty high up.
stealing anything. What? Oh, I thought you said, what are we stealing again? I was like,
Stealing.
Ellie!
I don't steal things.
Crystal
Don't be silly.
skull.
It's like 30 feet.
The ceiling, yeah. The ceiling is about 30 feet up. It's pretty high.
Okay.
Apparently my sleight of hand's up pretty up there.
So as you poke your head out, Evelyn, to your east, you can see that the pathway to your left just continues out in that direction. You can't, just based on the light, you can't quite see it to the end, but these are wide hallways. Big, chunky, to accommodate the people who are meant to live here.
Chunky.
Got some chunky hallways.
I would like to try and like check out these bones because I don't think I know what ogres are, so I'm thinking that they're giants because I do know giants. And I'm like, these are interesting giant skulls, so I'd like to try and investigate the skulls to try and figure out how the giants died,
Okay.
even though they are not giants.
So you make your way
yeah,
out.
and I'm gonna sort of guide, be like, it's safe.
Safe?
Yeah.
So then I slowly walk around here to this one so that I'm not too far away from everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And just like suss these bones out.
Okay, can you please roll me a medicine check to try and figure out time of death based on the bones?
17.
17. Nothing immediately leaps out at you. You see like signs that some of these bones have been broken and were healed in life, but just based on the bones, nothing points out to you as a cause of death.
So are these, like, I'm trying to figure out, are these trophies or are these in honor of ogres?
Roll me a religion check.
16.
16. You can feel a definite, like, religious vibe and intention behind this place. These people have been interred honorably, and their bones are being preserved and cared for. Or at least, that's what was meant to be happening.
Would I notice any of that?
Oh yeah, for sure. You, being from a religious background, can immediately recognize the the respect and care that's gone into preparing these skeletons.
Well, really sweet. Spooky as heck, but sweet.
Oh yeah.
Looking at, I'm guessing that there's a little bit of light in the room now. Do I see any like gold glinting off skeleton? Like their bones have been like adorned with stuff?
You achieved a pretty solid perception check previously. It doesn't look like there is any signs of wealth adorned on their persons, no. Okay.
Right.
So for Ravain to have seen this, you've kind of also poked your head out a little bit and are like,
absolutely.
Bodies, leaving Cortinari kind of towards the back. Cortinari, can you please make me a wisdom saving throw?
Absolutely.
Absolutely not.
How dare you?
I refuse.
You mean something like that?
Hey.
Hopefully.
Nice. Haha, you failed.
How'd you do?
That
18
one.
total.
No, I'm joking.
18 total. Okay. You are able to like push the weird noises to the back of your mind as you like poke your head out and go, oh, what's going on here?
But as the others walk forward, I send my concentrated dancing lights forward to illuminate the room for them. I hang back and I try and listen again to that one Golgari voice that I found.
Okay. Please make me a perception check.
Is this going to roll weird because I'm in the armor, but take the flat roll?
I probably don't.
So the flat roll of 20?
Well, it would be the first one.
Yeah. So, and that 20.
Good heavens. Okay, so everybody's kind of gingerly creeping out, looking around, poking about the place, and you kind of just like close your eyes and focus and think to yourself. You've had to enter a trance to really fully like gel with some of the weird voices you've been carrying around with you, but now it seems like they are actively crying out, and it's much easier to hone in on them. You kind of listen in, and you're like, it's like you're using your mind to peel away layers of other voices, and as they peel away,
I hear you.
almost all of them are saying the same thing. All of them are like chanting something.
Get out.
Soft. Piss off, guys.
Save so much on home insurance.
Here to talk to you about your extended warranty.
I never paid for one.
So
I know what you did last summer.
So all of these voices are just chanting the same thing. It's very like guttural and rhythmic, and is very unusual to you. You may have heard something like it. Can you please roll me an Arcana check?
There's Pookie.
Oh, fuck, dude. 3 checks in a row? Okay.
You're doing stuff.
And you're doing it well.
You are doing it well.
I spoke too soon.
Better than a nat one.
True.
You're having a hard time kind of sussing out exactly what's going on, but like through the voices, you're able to like hone in on the one Golgari voice, and just as you get into like conversational distance with the consciousness, he stops chanting and says, "Oh no." The chanting stops abruptly, and Theon, the skeleton you are examining takes on a certain visage. You look up, and it looks like this weird ethereal form floats out of the wall and basically lines up perfectly with the skeleton. And as you're
stumble back and trip over myself and go, ah!
As you're standing there, like kind of like staring up at it, you see the skeleton kind of begins to take on flesh, like the shape of the ghost kind of projects a body onto the skeleton. And you see...
I come around the corner there, so I'm like, wait a minute, they're not supposed to do that!
And you
But like
see
stumble back.
that a visage comes into view of a very alive-looking ogre wearing a loincloth adorned with shoulder armor, and as this form fully coalesces, it just like takes a step forward, glances over to the side, and says, "Ah, the plagiarizer has returned."
I'm sorry, what? No,
I'm not a plagiarizer.
yeah, and we've never been here before. What are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense. Also, aren't you supposed to be dead?
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I hear this and I look at Cortinari. I'm like,
So it's only myself and Theon who are right in front of this thing, right?
Yes.
you what?
I cast Deafness on it.
Deafness?
Yep.
Okay.
Yup.
What kind of effect is that as a condition?
So
Do
I'm
you
basically trying to stop it from having any somatic components to any of its spells. It can't hear us moving around the space. So if anyone wants to hide, they can hopefully have advantage as long as they're out of sight. A bunch of
Yeah,
stuff
so I
like
don't think
that.
I can hide. I'm like right in his way. So I cast Charm Person. But I have a feeling he is not a person.
Probably not
So it will
humanoid.
be
Okay.
Undead at least.
Constitution 14 save.
Okay.
And I guess that I actually have to walk out of that little alcove and stand somewhere like here.
You do, yes.
I was in front as well there.
I'm just gonna roll
Probably about there.
physical dice now because I'm getting some mad lag from Roll20. So
Oh, groovy.
Oh, good.
Mad lad.
But yeah, like it talks to me, so I'm like, oh, you must be a humanoid Charm Person, because I'm a bit startled.
okay.
Oh. Hello. You're not attacking us on sight. Well, we're gonna attack you.
Oh.
So you.
I'm trying to charm him.
So you kind of. So all at once, two magical effects go off in very rapid succession. Cortinari, you kind of release your magic, and all of a sudden, the like pale eyes, kind of like dimly glowing in this ogre's eye sockets, just like become completely black, and you believe your spell has taken
Haha,
hold.
he failed.
Theon, when you cast your spell, you kind of reach out and are all like, "Hey, it's fine, we're all friends here, right?"
Yeah.
Your words fall on. Wait, on
Deaf ears.
on deaf ears.
Deaf ears. On
Sorry,
blind
but I did
ears.
go for deafness because
yes,
I
deafness.
assumed that included muteness.
Yes.
Oh, it
before
does.
that- Yes. Yeah. Deafness occurs, and the figure kind of just like goes. Intriguing.
And then I'm like, hello?
He points a finger directly at Cortinari. Your chest glows brightly. Like the eyes of the chest piece kind of flash purple, and I'm gonna have to ask you to make another wisdom saving throw.
Bruh.
Let's do it. I've just got a +6.
Hope we're not fighting Cortinari.
Oh, am I being charmed?
No.
Okay, cool. There we go.
Oh.
I'm fine.
Okay. You kind of you feel a very unusual sensation all at once kind of take over you. All the chanting picks back up. It gets louder and louder and louder, and you can hear a voice in your head that you recall hearing just a little bit of back on Alara. It sounds like that Gamberson wearing necromancer you guys killed.
Oh.
He says, back in the driver's seat. And you feel your hands moving as you cast a spell against your will. And as the rest of you look around, you see not one, but 4 of the ogre skeletons just step out of their fittings and come to life around you.
Guys, this is not good. We need to, hey, let's all just... Okay, creepy dude, stop that. And, Konari, what are you doing? Konari? Konari, with us?
I said I
He's got the ice whirlies.
You 4, attack them.
What the hell?
Oh,
Going on?
No, what? God, no, God! No, but we're friends! Are they friends? Who are they attacking?
Was I on pitch with that voice? I was.
Oops, I did not mean to do that.
I don't know.
The Germans.
All my voices kind of blend together after a while. It's very undignified of me.
I think I'm there controlling 4 giant fucking skeletons. Cool.
Attacking
Just
us.
as a question, would I have an awareness of the mind whammies going on?
The
there?
mind
Or would I? I'm assuming I don't, but I also would like to know if I am.
Please, yes.
You can make... What are appropriate checks for perceiving the mind whammies? I'm just wondering. Insight, Arcana, Religion?
Okay, well, I rolled a 23 for insight.
Okay.
I'm doing insight as well.
Well,
Because that feels good. Oh.
well at this point, the eyes of this ogre figure in front of you, the eyes on Cortinari's chest piece, and Cortinari's actual eyes are all glowing a deep purple. So you think there's something going on.
Hold on a second. It's purple. Purple's bad.
Purple is the bad magic color.
That's right, Connery.
don't
We'll beat the
notice
purple out of you.
I believe I've actually established that. Whenever I do necrotic damage, it's purple. Whenever I do healing magic, it's green.
Yeah.
Yes. But you don't own the color purple.
I know. I know.
On me.
So,
I mean,
Yeah.
it is the color of magic.
indeed,
No, it's octa green.
it's very appropriate.
I know. It's the 8th color.
So,
It's ultra purple.
what I'm going to have to ask of you is initiative rolls.
Select our characters first.
Yes. We shall be rolling initiative, and then we are going to be calling it for this session, just because it's coming up on 9:30, and this seems like a very appropriate place to stop.
Oh, a 6.
I got a 14.
And that one.
Oh, this not as. Mine's not so bad now.
Oh boy.
Ready for it.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Y'all ready for this? Hang on.
We're going down.
Ah, are you ready to die? Ah!
How do we save our friends?
What have I done?
And
Well-
that's what you get for joining up with an incompetent necromancer.
You'll get better, I believe in you.
Who's wronged Kirkesh?
I don't know what a Turkish is, but it sounds delicious.
Okay, hang on a sec. Get rid of that.
Spooky.
I need to fix the turn order. This is a mess. Anyway, I will fix this when we are no longer streaming because I'm having some struggles. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay.
Oh, good.
Heckin' be a functional piece of software, please. It's okay. I will take care of the other things. I will also roll
No.
I will also roll for initiative on behalf of the bad guys later on. To keep track of. Actually, you know what?
Including Cortinari.
I can do it now. He's Cortnari's made his own initiative roll. It's fine. So, oop, oh,
Don't worry, buddy. I'll get the bad guys out of you.
I'm being possessed.
I mean,
Gosh,
it's really not so bad. Hang on a second. And add.
being possessed really isn't that bad, you guys.
It's Ravine. Hold on, I'm not.
Oh, oops! I got rid of Ravine.
What? Don't get rid of
my
me.
screen.
I'm still here on mine.
No, not the thing. Oh, okay. This is a mess. I need to be not streaming to do the speed and clarity of this. Because poopy internet. Anyway,
Oh, good.
We have done a stream. It was it was a time with spooky, scary skeletons and also other things like technical difficulties.
It was a spooky one.
And
Thank you for being so patient, chat.
Indeed.
Thank you all for being so beautiful, chat.
You are beautiful humans.
This has been a struggle, but
And
that's
not
entirely
humans.
okay. First and foremost, I'm going to
Sometimes it'll be hard.
I'm going to thank Wizards of the Coast for the Magic the Gathering themology that they have allowed me to take advantage of to tell really dumb, goofy stories with these wonderful people. And also everybody else doing all of the things. Oh, yes.
Especially you.
You!
Audience.
At home, having a grand old time.
All of you.
For now, hopefully, next time we're able to play, I will be able to clarify my internets and things.
And hopefully next time. And hopefully next time we play, you all bring your friends.
Yes, please.
Bring
do.
your friends.
Have a streaming
We like
party.
more
Put us up on
friends.
the telly and be safe and have your friends over and eat popcorn and have a good time. Watch our stream.
Please.
Please. Support Rory in all that he does. He does so much for us.
I'm doing
He
my
does.
best.
Thank you.
Okay, so
Such a good team.
I've been.
Oh, wait, it's that way.
It's been in a horrendous dungeon just to fill in my dark fantasies of being a Golgari agent. What more?
Living
This
for
will
it.
definitely work out well for us.
necromancers, am I right?
Love him. Gotta love him.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
So now I'm
Sucks
going
to be at the party.
I'm going to turn off the stream, and we are going to go and talk about our feelings in a controlled and relaxed environment after our shenanigans here today.
Just what we never do.
So,
we try and raid first? Can we raid?
raiding, that's a thing, right? I don't know that I have the internet to pick one, so can someone else pick one for me, please?
Let's just go with one that we've done before. Exile Eru?
Yep.
Because they're playing Dungeons and Dragons. They've got a few people watching. So EXIERUE.
Exiru?
Okay. Are there any spaces in there?
No, but it is
Okay.
a capital E on the second E.
I don't know if it's case sensitive. Let's give it a shot. Okay, everybody.
I don't either.
I'm going to say fare thee well, ta-da, and good day.
Au revoir.
Bye.
Good night, beautiful peoples.
Bye, friends.
Tickets.
Did it work? Invalid username. Let's try it again, shall we?
EXI capital ERUE.
So it's capital E, E.
Oh, hang on. I got it. I'm gonna type it in chat.
Please.
EXIERUE. It's
Ooh, I think I got it. I typed the thing. Did it
yeah.
work?
Oh,
Oh, oops.
I don't know how to raid on Twitch. Sorry, chat. Is it just us watching ourselves? I'll be honest.
Quite possibly, but I don't care. Oh, I see. Raid. EXI.
ERUE.
I already have a raid in progress. Okay, it worked. Okay, everybody. Goodbye.
Toodaloo.
Beautiful peoples. Goodbye to my fellow players.
Okay, it's done the thing. Transitioning into the outro.